passes. He's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree totally. I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
And this team is coming in off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it, too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help, too.
On second down now, it's Jordan. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give, right side, Jordan. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down, Wilder. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On the run, it's Smith. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B-gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible force.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilder. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
They're going to try and throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Wilder's pass complete to number 14. Touchdown, San Francisco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Mike, 55. Right there, 55.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Pryor. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40, 20, and a cut to the right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The 49ers get there.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets
under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Back to throw. Wilder. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there, with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to score, Niners 42.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Here we go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Pryor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw. Pryor. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilder. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pryor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back to throw. Pryor. He gets it to Cooks. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pryor found his target. It's Anderson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Ready? 52. Here I come. Say. Lightning. Get it. Run.
Smith trying to run for it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a handoff here to his running back. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jordan. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Pryor. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. We get a look now at the 49ers defense as they get into position. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? A first down carry for Smith. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
60-yard. 5-2 the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Oh, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Pryor. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. On first down, Jordan. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilder. Man open, Rice. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
A try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Pryor. And that's complete to Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pryor. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Jordan. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Jordan. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Yeah, you don't want none.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They're running it. Sponge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
I'm on. Bang, bang, bang.
They'll run on first down. It's Jordan. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon.